Right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You see Mr. Baldrick. Not been here long, but make sure he's got plenty of water, and he's just had his Scooby snacks, his little pot in there. It started off about here. Yeah, just come over to Spooky Woods, and got absolutely zero plans for the day. Here we are. Baldy, have some water, go on. He's had a good drink. And the same again, if it's not too hot at all in here, mate, is it?
Yeah,
nah,
nice.
But Mrs will come and pick him up. And the only thing I want to point out here, ladies and gents, no, I'm not sure, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having good admin in the field, sir, but I mean, RAF types, if they haven't got a hotel, they make it all like a hotel. Let's put, no, do you know what I mean? And I'm just saying, it's like, put everything in its place and all that type of stuff. Yeah, no, but there's nothing wrong with having good field, you know, admin skills. There he is, Mr. Baldrick. He's not charging about like that. Well, he did a bit. And I thought, oh, Baldrick, will you stand still? He said, stop pointing that thing at me then.
I'll get his attention.
Yeah. Oh, yes. A treat, one of Al's treats. He said, I love you, Al. Oh, I love you. I love you, Al. Can you be my new dad? Get a treat. So thank you, El. I love you, El.
Got his attention.
Let's put a few bits out, ladies and gents. It's just a bit. Even if I don't do any more filming or whatever, mate, I've got to try and do a bit more filming, you know, get the old mojo up. That's one of your citronellas, sir. Yeah. One of your citronellas.
Bugs
just
in.
Be like me, just smell a wee, and then mostly they don't come near you. No, it's kind of working, mate. I'm not. Yeah. I don't know why they never have, but I don't know. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're talking about, yeah. You're in the mess again, sir, aren't you? You're in the RAF mess, aren't you, sir?
I would have had a saucer, wouldn't I, and lay them out neatly.
Well, you are slumming it a bit, sir, because you've got a 58.
Is that what it is? No, I don't know what it was.
What? That was a 58 water bottle. No, sorry, no, that went right over me. It's a bit early, and I was up watching Chernobyl last night. Yeah, didn't go a bit early, but yeah. But it's a beautiful day, mate, and it is cool in here, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely. Yeah.
But not as cool as your little setup there, sir, because that's like you could be in a RAF, you know, like hotel and stuff.
Yeah,
but that said, you're probably slumming it.
Very colonial, isn't it?
Yeah. You're very slumming it at the moment, sir, aren't you? So no points there, And there's Mr. Baldrick. He's had a bit of a mooch about, and he's calming down now. Yeah. So, ladies and gents, if I do any filming, anything of worth, obviously I'll upload it.
Shout out to Wilderness.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just wanted to. There we go, Chris. There you go. There you go. Oh, so that was a nice lad. Well, it's nice. Always watches the films and so forth, didn't he?
Yeah.
Said he wanted to sort of touch base with us. Always watches our films, and we parked up right next to him. As David Fair's told me, so it's nice. He's kind of about an hour and a bit away, isn't he? Well, nearly 2 hours away, without saying. Yeah, but he's always welcome down, mate. Anybody in the Essex area that can get to us. You know what I mean, we're not cliquey, sir, are we? No, and never will be. Right. Anyway, I'm waffling on now. Well, ladies and gents, this is a little bit of kit I've had for a long while. Didn't cost me anything because I got it from skip diving. Now, if I ever get, my missus ever divorces me, it's because she gets embarrassed because I always have a quick flick, you know, look in the skip, yeah. And this one happened to be a right little find, a little result. The whole thing really is a professional. You can get them at B&Q and places like that. But a roller extension, and I'll show you what it is. But to all in purposes, all I've done to it was get a bit of, do you know the sponge that goes around bicycle handlebars and that? Couple of quid off eBay. It's got a handle underneath there, just makes it nice to hold. And, oh, you alright, Baldy? He's eating wood again. This is paracord, and I wrapped it all the way around it, all the way down, because it was a silver pole, you know, no worries. And every now and again, about here, like there, I just put a little dot, and I do mean a little bit of dot of Gorilla Glue, just to hold it all in place. A little bit of tape around the top and the bottom to hold it all in place. It's a walking stick, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing too flash, nothing too fancy. Saves me a lot of money, because if you wanted to go in to any of the places that sell the gear and you want an extending pole, it costs you quite a bit of money. I mean, this cost me jack. But as I'll turn it upside down because it'll make it. What I'd like to do is to have it hollow, and I'd have survival gear all in there. But again, maybe that's a future thing. Now, it has, underneath the black cap, it's got a screw on where you'd screw obviously a roller on. All right, ladies and gents, and all I've done is put a walking stick rubber on there, but it twists, and you know, you've got yourself a very long pole. Again, it's just me getting, as I'm getting on a bit, getting up the hills and down the hills. I need a bit of help, ladies and gents, but that's all that was. And again, I'm taking loads of cordage here for no real worries, and a little bit of padding there just because, hey, why not. But I'm going to show you, I brought up the ALUX tent with express exempt, just to give it a little try, give it an airing, and use the old metal pole as a tent pole. So, you know, you're walking in with it, and then it's 2 for 1 special offer. But if you are looking for extendable poles, I mean, sometimes people are selling them about 28 quid and stuff like that, and I was just thinking, blimey. That for me is ideal for what I want, and it, you know, didn't cost me jack. Don't mean you're going to find one in a skip. I had a bit of luck on that down the old reclamation yard, or the dump as we used to call it in old money. Boom, every day of the week and twice on a Tuesday. As we see, ladies and gents, expecting that to see is me Matilda, and I'll show you what's in there. That's just me pegs kit and me tarp line kit there. These is can't remember what make it is. Really nice make. The side of this Bergen you can actually fit this to. This one I sewed the zips on it, so I can. I've got the 2 pouches obviously, and I unpicked it and sewed the zips on so I can attach it to any zip side Bergen, which is really great. It's got molly on it as well, and I actually sewed a shoulder strap on it already. It's just sewn there, just tucks down the back and out the way. And again, I put this on there so when I've got 2 of them together I can have me shelter kit on there. But anyway, loving all this, and it's darker, it's not coyote brown. Alan's going to say something. One thing I want to do today is give this rough timber the extension thing for taking away the middle pole, and I'm going to try that on the ALUX tent today. And inside here is a tent I've never actually been out and slept in, but you know, you come across a bit of kit as you're looking for something else, which is the ALUX V4 Seal Hex Peak, and I'm going to get that up and have a little play with that today. I know I bought it off the Bushcraft Trade Post. I can't remember the lad's name, but he works with dogs, so I'm going to have a little play about with that now, ladies and gents. But as you can see, it's very it's mollied down there, ladies and gents, and you see this one here that just goes round the side, no problem whatsoever. Like last time I had a full waterproof kit in there because that was from the Pepper's League. So I'm going to put this up and have a little play about with this today. Right, ladies and gents, following on from the fire kit, there's a couple of lads sort of contact me and said, you know, it's just nice to see what other people, how they have their kit and so forth, for ideas and inspiration, or just seeing how somebody else does it. So that is my go-to peg kit when I'm out. Doesn't weigh a massive amount. It's in a I don't know, a pencil case. I think probably got that from Tesco's at one time, and you know, a couple of £3. I'll tell you what though, but Davy Fairs does these pouches, if you know what I mean. I always carry it in this, ladies and gents. So just a quick look-see. I won't bore you too much, obviously. Now that's my tarp line, and that's the proper stuff, because actually I cut that off a parachute. So I always carry a little bungee cord in there, and these come from the One Tigress tent, and I've just rigged them up with the little hooks, so I'll attach them to anywhere and everywhere. So I have a couple of these in there already made up. That's 4 of them. And one luxury I have treated myself to, and it means this kit does actually weigh jack, is oh, there's a fifth one of them, is some titanium tent pegs, because I was fed up with tent pegs bending. Now, I know I've always said the IPK tent pegs, if you're going for a big massive, you know, or you've got a big tent, or, you know, really inclement weather, they are really brilliant, you know, and I can't recommend them enough. But these are titanium, and obviously they have got other applications should I be in some sort of desperate or survival situation. Not that to say what's what, but literally I don't do, all I did there was put the little rings in, which makes it just a little bit easier to get in and out. And just in case I need any more, I think they came from a Polish Lavu or something like that. There's just 6 more pegs in there. Again, you don't need the pegs, you can soon make them up, but didn't cost me a great deal, and that's just how I have it. I like it to be ready to go. In this side, let's have a look. Now, obviously toggles are all in at the moment, but again, old soldiers have been using toggles for ages. There's me 2, and if I need them, or I want to use them on a tarp line, just a little bit of aluminium tube, don't weigh nothing, already there ready to go for doing your press hook knots and so forth. Paracord, some more cord, a little bit of bungee cord in there, oh, some more bits. And you know, some of these little things, because at times if you want to join 2 bits of rope together and still have to be able to tension them, they don't weigh nothing, and I've put a few of them in there. Let's cut one there, ladies and gents. So that's it, but that's just a basic quick look at my basher. That's me kit I've used to set up shelters and so forth with, ladies and gents. Well, ladies and gents, a short while later, I'm not going to bore you to death. Don't want to feel myself putting up a tent that everybody else can do, but there's my pole, and you can see it down the middle, so it just saves all the mucking about with various tent poles. I don't think the Alux comes with a tent pole. I think when I originally bought this, there was a little extender where you'd use 2 walking poles, and you would be able to take one bit off and it would just extend 2 walking poles. But unfortunately in transit one of the little clips broke, as I remember rightly. But boom, yeah, there's plenty of room on that, and I've got to be honest, I'm not one for the inners, don't get me wrong. It has got an inner literally sat there. I'm not putting it up today, no need to, but that'll make a lovely little shelter. Really sort of, you know, remembering what this is, and because I'll tell you what, that would go down to any small pouch that's on my Bergen, so you've got a permanent decent shelter with you, as long as you've got your walking pole. Boom. And if not, you could just cut a bit of wood for that anyway. But yeah, and if you wanted it a bit higher or a bit lower, adjust your pole and then just pull these out more or in a bit more, so it is eminently adjustable as well. But yeah, so that's the Alux. I brought it out because Dean wanted to have a bit of a butcher's close-up look, didn't he? Yeah. He's got his eye on one. But well, I was going to say unfortunately, it is unfortunate, but he's got a lot of work on, and that's not unfortunate, mate, is it? No, he's so okay, so it's self-employed. So when the phone rings, he jumps. You know, it's fair enough, mate. Yeah, got to bring the dollar in, because like I say, you're doing a lot of work around the medical side and that as one way without going in the, to, you know, a lot of events you're going to, which is all good, sir. Because it's soon.
And the Napoleonic one on Sunday.
I know, and I'm working. Oh God.
Lots of powder burns and bayonettings, I would imagine.
No, but bayoneting. If it's a Baker rifle, so it's a sword. It's a sword.
We've got the line infantry there as well, don't we?
Oh yeah, nobody likes them, mate.
Redcoats.
Yeah, no, they're just targets. No, riflemen always, and still to this day we say fixed swords, mate. Just that thing. When they had the Baker rifle, which was a lot shorter than the Brown Bess, it's a long sword, but it's actually got a hilt round it, mate, and it was just to redress the balance. So 90% of the time a bayonet is never actually used, or a sword is never actually used for stabbing people. Would have been in them days, so, because that was, you know, one of the prime weapons, wasn't it? But it's definitely a sword, and to this day we say fixed swords, and that makes, you know, it's like the, when the enemy heard that fixed swords, they will run away anyway, thinking we're Gurkhas or something. But no, got to keep the old regimental history alive and that. Yeah, so Dean, have a look, mate. There you go. Bosh. I know you're coming out with us next Monday, mate. I'll just leave it in the Bergen so you can take it, put it up and have a little play about it, mate, and see what you think before you lash out good money on one, sir. Right, ladies and gents, what I'm going to do now, I've done the centre pole, that's worked. No dramas on that, no reason why it wouldn't work. I could peg it out a little bit more tighter, but I'm just bringing it out to get some ideas with this. But using Rough Timber's middle pole replacer, literally I'm going to measure from there to there, and that'll give me the exact length of how big I'll need the 3 poles. Now I've got 2 poles. I had one here that I've used before, deadwood. As I was coming in, I found a lovely straight bit, so I just had to have that straight away. But here I'm not going to cut down a good bit of wood, i.e. live wood, just to do a little demonstration for a YouTube film. There's plenty of good deadwood in here. However, finding a piece of deadwood that's reasonably straight in a wood like this is probably like trying to find, you know, a virgin in Essex. And the only tip I'll give you on that is don't hold your breath. How I came to the length I'll need, I'll show you now. It can be adapted to any tent. Right, ladies and gents, so if you're using Rough Timber's Tri-Glide, all I've done is laid that along there, and you don't need the tent up to do that, but any sort of lavoo type of thing you do to measure out the distance, you need it from there to the top. I've allowed a little bit extra, but that's in case I need to take a little bit more off the bottom. But all I need to do is get 3 of these, like I say, I've got 2. I'm going to try and find another one, but using deadwood. Right, ladies, gents, and the confused, here it's up in a tripod fashion. Nothing flash, nothing fancy, very rough draft. I'm sure once you've got good steady poles, like that's a really good pole. Sorry, that one there. You know, you'd have them exactly perfectly the right size and cut to the right angles, but that's just me messing about. Little pocket knife and a saw, and as I'm putting it in, as you'll see here now, when you cut these things, I was cutting them like that, but if you cut them at an angle, then they'll go even in a little bit more. I've made the back one a little bit longer, because what I'm thinking of is my tarpee. So next time I come over, I'm going to bring my tarpee out and do it. It wouldn't take anybody with any imagination to say you could use a 3x3 tarp and you've got yourself a TP lavoo type TP tent there. I'm not going to insult people's intelligence. One thing remember when I had the pole on the Alux, even on that it was stressing out the top of the material, and soon worked through that. So the Alux tent there could do with reinforcing on the inside, and that's something one Tigris have got the hang of. So I'm not knocking that, that's not a new design tent. But ladies and gents, if you have this and you've got your tarp, certainly there is nothing on there that's going to rub into your tarp too much or start wearing away at your material. It's nice and soft there. And again, people, if you're thinking, no, lads, if you want to paracord 3 sticks together, but whatever happens is they're never going to come to a perfect DB Firkin, to a perfect point, unless you're a master carpenter, and then you're still going to have bits that are going to dig into your tarp. So yeah, no, if you just wanted to come out, and there's another reason to have Rough Timber's DB Firkin, is so you've got the ability to do that. That is canted off to one angle, but that's because one pole's gone in more than the other, ladies and gents. Right, what I'm going to do now is a very rough draft, and I'm going to stick that over the top and just see what I can sort of do with it. And all I want to do is support the thing with no middle pole. Right, ladies and gents, as I've just picked this up on that, the Alux, you can have it off a ridgeline and that if you wanted, but just to redress a little balance on the inside, again, it has got a little bit more reinforcing than we initially thought, but there was still an impression of that pole there, mate, wasn't there?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so that going over. But yeah, no, I knocked it, so, and I was wrong, so there we go, ladies and gents. It has got a little bit of reinforcing inside there. That's probably about 300D Cador nylon, same as a ground sheet. Right, anyway, cracking on. Well, there you go, ladies and gents. all I had to do there, no mucking about. Same 3 poles in there. I just shortened them a little bit, so it was only 1 cut. It was a frame. I threw it over and I cut it to the length. I probably lost about 4 inches off each one. The back one I didn't deliberately made longer, but it don't need to be made a lot longer. And that is, you could bounce a 2-bob bit on that. That is down and tighter than a Virgin's fanny, that is. That's all pegged out, lovely. And I'll just take you around so you know I'm not like sort of waffling. Right, ladies and gents, I'll bring you back now. Boom. I've not opened it up inside. I'm just quite impressed by that, to be perfectly honest. First time I've done it. 3 poles, cut them roughly to length, through the tent over the top. Just cut my poles to size. No dramas, nothing I need to talk about. So we'll have a look inside, and Mr. Baldrick, let's see if he approves. Ooh. Right, Baldy, you going in? You going in the house? Good. I'll go in there, you'll see in there. Massive difference, ladies and gents. I'll bring you in to show that. So,
Come here.
Baldy.
Let me walk in.
Baldy, if you can get off me. That's it. There you go, ladies and gents. I'm no way touching either end. I'm about up to there. Loads and loads of room, ladies and gents. You've still got the ability to, with tin scene, to string up your mozzie net on the inside. He's put holes in it. I'll bring you in a minute, show you. He's put holes in it, and I just run a bit of paracord through there, so I can actually hang my lights off and so forth. I've got the inner and all the mosquito net in there, but for the purposes of this, just having a mooch about, I'm not slinging that up anyway. I'm infantry. I mean, that's like RAF and artillery. Mozzie nets. And there's Mr. Baldrick, he likes it and that as well. Literally, boom, that's where the pole will be, coming through here, and I've got all this room. It gives you a lovely vestibule. I'll be proper happy in this. Obviously it's you can bring it down to right onto the ground if it's wet weather if you wanted to, but like that you'd get a nice airflow through here as well. Right, ladies and gents, yeah, I'm proper happy with that. I mean, here I am, and I'm a 6-footer and 3 foot that way. Right, ladies and gents, I've just brought the camera inside now. Load of thunderbugs in here and a mosquito, but like I say, I've got the net shot I wanted to, and up there you can see a bit of paracord I've looped through. That's where it would or your inner and your mosquito net would hang through, and it comes with a tent and that as well. I'm not reviewing the Alux one, it's been around for years. What I am very happy about is that goes up into that area where the pinnacle of the old I was just going to call it a Labu tent, very nicely, and it's really smooth all the way down, so that's kind of taken away. Actually, the pole I had in the first place, or an upside down walking stick, would have put more pressure on the actual material. A very lightweight material, strong, but you know, you've got wear and tear, ladies and gents. So I'm very happy with that. I've got the ability to hang whatever I want from there, and I'll just see if I can pan out a little bit. Three poles. Boom. Yeah, lovely little. So yeah, there you go, ladies and gents. Let your eyes be your guide. I don't care if you get one or not. I'm just showing you what's what. I just killed a mosquito. Oh, I killed you. Any mosquitoes come near me, you die. Now I smell a wee and stale cabbage, so mostly they leave me alone. But yes, ladies and gents, so I'll give you another look at it when I take the tent down. Let your eyes be your guide. If you want one, I'll drop you. I think he does an Etsy store I'll contact him and get his Etsy store, and I'll drop it down in a link. Because it's horrible if you look at something, you think, you know, blimey, that's an art, you know, that's an art, yeah. And then you have to keep like, asking, you know, where you get it. So I'll drop it in, and I'm not getting no kickback for doing a little film on that. I just think that's got some mileage in it, ladies and gents. But as always, let your eyes be your guide. Let me see Mr. Baldrick there, chasing the mozzies and the flies. He's just running around in a circle after one. Baldy, what you doing? What you doing? Trouble is, when he chases a bee out, we have to raise the voice a bit, stop it. He's a good lad, he does what he's told, but... That bit of extra meat you got there, Baldy? Nice one. So, I love you, don't I? Here he is. There you go. Give me that stick. Give me that stick. That's just, is that a staffy stick? It's mine. Baldy, it's mine. There we see the main man, Mr. Baldrick, keeping it nice and cool, sir. Nice and cool. You've done your perimeter patrols, haven't you? Right, it's sort of late afternoon. Also, we just had a little play about in the woods today. I'm going to get the one day off because I worked the weekend, and bosh, yeah, it's been a pretty chilled out day really. Wanted to do a bit more filming, just do it next Monday, mate, you know, no worries. We're just final bit of packing up now, mate.
Posh chap on Monday.
Oh yeah, posh chap. Each of us has got a little thing, haven't we, mate? Yeah. I'm stale cabbage and pea. We've got the posh chap, RAF, and you know, artillery. You know who it is. Right, ladies and gents, yeah, take care if you watch this far. Cheers, I always appreciate it, and take care of yourself and all them that you love.